Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you new, my name is Kristen and I have no intro for you guys because this is a compilation video of some of my favorite farmhouse DIYs I have done in the past few months. I just want to throw them in a compilation video so you guys can check them out if you haven't watched every single video. But here's 15 of them for you and I cannot wait to show you guys. So you guys, here we go. The first one is this mirror clock. This is from Goodwill. I picked it up for a couple bucks and I'm just using the Waverly chalk paint in white to paint everything white. White is my color, black is my color. Boring colors are my color, but I am really into the farmhouse decor. I love the farm animals. I love everything. I love the distressed look. I love it all, really. I covered the clock up, and once everything was painted, I just took some sandpaper just to distress it a little bit. Super cute. I love the way this turned out. I am by far so happy with this. And I didn't show super details into this. I will leave all the original videos in the description box below. But I just printed off this Farmhouse weather vane vinyl decal from my Silhouette. I purchased this off the Silhouette Studio for anyone who wants to know where I found such an adorable little decal. And I always forget to weed the legs in between, and I did that later on, so you guys are going to see that it just looks like a weird little chicken statue. But yeah, there was a piece I had to remove from the center, and I did eventually do that. This next one is probably a really expensive on my channel purchase. It was $6.09 for this toolbox, and I'm pretty sure somebody made this. It's so cute. I couldn't pass it up, even if it was $6. I don't care. I just used the Waverly chalk paint in white. Once again, painted the entire thing white. And then once again, I went back to my Silhouette Studio, printed off this Farmer's Market freshly grown produce decal. I love this. I love the Silhouette Studio. I love the Cricut. I love them all just because you can make some really great home decor pieces for super cheap instead of go to Hobby Lobby constantly and buy new stuff all the time. I think it's great. It's a huge money saver. It's a little bit expensive in the beginning, but in the end, you're saving so much money if you like to redecorate your house just as much as I do. This eucalyptus came from Walmart that I stuck in here. It is $2 a batch or $2 for a few of these, whatever you want to call it. It's $2, and I think it's a really good deal because this stuff is really fluffy, so you don't need a lot. I think I used 4 batches, and it comes with 2. So it's only $4. This was $10 to make, which dirt cheap for that one. This next one is a lunch meat container. I'm making a wheelbarrow out of it. I love doing little trash to treasure, using trash to create treasure videos. Those are super fun to do. I'm using some wood dowels from the Dollar Tree. Taking my glue gun, I'm poking holes with my glue gun in the bottom so I can put the wood dowels on the bottom as the little feet for the wheelbarrow. I'm also doing that to the handles. I didn't show the one side, but pretty much you're going to just keep poking holes with your hot glue gun to put the dowels in. Like I said, these are from Dollar Tree, super cheap and inexpensive. And then you need a wheel. So I use cardboard to make a wheel. And this didn't work, so I ended up cutting out smaller cardboard wheels and just tucking them inside, hot gluing them. It worked perfect. This spray paint is black, obviously. It was 98 cents from Walmart, which that's super cheap. So this costs under $3 to make, so I think that's cool. Silhouette Studio for this decal. I am one that loves using my Silhouette and my Cricut. I'm not going to lie, I just think things look way nicer. And like I said, yes, it's expensive in the beginning. Save your pennies. Don't buy home decor for a year, and I bet $50, or don't even go to Dollar Tree, bet you $50 you will be able to buy one. Let's not bet any money because you know what? I don't know. I don't know how much money you have and how much money you don't have. Mine was actually gifted to me, or I probably wouldn't have one. So if you guys are like, yeah, I can't afford that, maybe someone could gift one to you. I don't know. Maybe you could steal one. Don't steal one. What am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, I love how this one turned out. A little wheelbarrow. I call it a barrow, whatever we want to call it. This home sign, this is also from Goodwill. It was $2, $2.09. Everything's $0.09 at my Goodwill. I tore it apart, and then I grabbed this home sign from Dollar Tree, and I tore this little guy apart. It's pretty easy to tear apart. It's just used with staples to adhere it all together. Do we call it adhere? Or it's not taped. So it was all staple gun together. Using these three paint colors, gray, some other kind of gray, and a silver from Arteza, I am just going to make these letters galvanized. I don't do anything special. Using a little makeup brush is kind of nice to use, or even like a sponge. Gosh, what do I want to call it? Those yellow sponges. Not what you clean with, but what you craft with. It'll work either way. But I'm just kind of mixing them all together. I'm not waiting for anything to dry. I'm just going with the flow. I don't think it matters what way you go in order, It doesn't matter what color you use first. I just went with it. And now I'm just going to glue everything together. This wreath was off of a Walmart clearance sign a year or even maybe 2 years ago now. Wow. Time goes by. Time goes by so fast. But yeah, I'm just using a regular wreath, and then I'm going to be cutting up some boxwood that is from Walmart. And I'm just going to be putting it along with the wreath and creating a super cute home sign. And this costs under $5 as well. How exciting. How exciting to know that you can create things for little to no money at all. That makes me super excited. Really, this cost me $3 to make, $3.09 plus tax. And I think this turned out so cute. This is actually one of my favorite pieces that I have ever made. So if you guys look at it, does it look homemade? I don't know. It might, because you might see a little bit of hot glue somewhere. I might have messed up and not painted somewhere. But I like it. I love it, actually. It's, yeah, like I said, it's still in my house. It's one of my favorites. I am super happy with the way it turned out. Like I said, it's cheap, so how cool, right? How cool. How cool is cheap decor? Number 5 is this chicken decor piece. This was from Dollar General. It was, I want to say $2.50. Maybe it was 75% off. It could have been cheaper. It was from last year. I did a haul video and was like, I'm going to recreate this or redo it, or I don't remember what I planned on doing. Anyways, it took a whole year. 1 whole year. That was crazy. I'm just using the Waverly chalk paint in white, painting this little guy white. I think this took about 2 coats to do. And then an all-white chicken was like, this is kind of plain. Let's just spice it up a bit and add some black. Because why not add some black? And this is what it looks like when it's done. I didn't add a whole lot, but I love the way this turned out. I like the simplicity of it. And I did leave like the moss and the eggs because I thought that I wasn't going to take them off. That would take forever, and I would just really like the way it turned out. It's super, super cute. Number 6 is this Kirkland sign, and I duped this with a Look for Less challenge. I'm using 3 of these Dollar Tree frames. They are in this 5x7. They look wood. They're totally plastic, and all I did was take the backs apart, and then all I did was hot glue the 3 frames together. This was one of the easiest DIYs. This took a solid hour or so. The only thing that took the very, very longest was waiting for paint to dry, which that paint always takes forever. And I know everyone's like, use a hair dryer, and I just don't. If it's night and my kids are sleeping, they're gonna hear. Like, our house is big, but it's not that big, and you'll hear everything. And I just try to be as quiet as possible. I think they're actually awake at this time anyways, but I don't ever think to bring a blow dryer downstairs and to have to walk all the way upstairs and get one. It's just, oh, it just sounds terrible. Using the Waverly chalk paint in white, I am just dry brushing all around the frames. I did the sides, I did the insides, I did everywhere, and then I just used the same paint, and I painted the frames. So I had a ton of comments saying that I should have added the vinyl decals to the back sides because they were all white anyways, because some of the paint did come off, but it doesn't matter. It all turned out anyways. But I'm just putting everything back together. I put the glass in and then I put the backings on because you need those. Or everything just kind of is wobbly and wiggly and it just doesn't look right. So put everything back together, flipped it over, and then I used my silhouette and I printed off some decals, and here is what they look like. And I did the Home Sweet Home. I think this is in Times New Roman. I never say that right. So let's just not say it at all. And this is where the paint started coming off. I ended up repainting this. I did not like the way this looked. I was trying to make it as similar as possible to what I was trying to go for. So a lot of people are like, I like the distressed look. It looks way good. Don't change it. You shouldn't have painted it. But I just wanted everything to look, it was a Look for Less challenge. I wanted it to look like Kirkland's. And here goes on to my second Kirkland's. It's a milk can dupe. I actually had a lot of people say that they loved this, and in a recent video I posted, but they're like, where did you pick this up from? Where did you buy this? And I was like, flattered. Don't get me wrong, I was flattered. I got this milk can at a garage sale last year for $1 using the Waverly Chalk paint in white. I'm just painting it white because that is what the Kirklands one looked like, and I wanted it to look like the Kirklands one. Went back into my Silhouette studio and printed this off, and I always like measure what I put my decals on to make sure that they fit. And I'm just using some transfer paper, some transfer tape, transfer sheet. I just went burp. That's so disgusting. Let's just leave it in. Let's just leave it in there because that's disgusting. Once that was on there, I just went around the rim and painted it black. Using a makeup sponge works way better than a paintbrush, but I don't know where mine are because I take care of absolutely nothing. My craft room is a disaster. I try to keep it clean. I try to keep it nice. There's no use. No use in that at all. It's summer and I don't like cleaning. I clean, but I don't like doing it. And my craft room is just, it's not something that I want to do, so I'm probably not going to do it ever until winter. Never. I'm never going to do it. Number 8 is this candlestick decor. Shyla from Hobknobin sent these over to me. This is a recent DIY, but gosh, I just love these. These are my favorites. Just using some jet black paint from Apple Barrel. I end up running out actually in this video. End up using Arteza's Mars Black. They all are black paint and they all look great. And I just came in with these Dollar Tree signs, ripped them right apart. I felt no shame in doing this. No regrets, right? Painting in black, I did end up sanding them down because there was some pieces hanging out that I didn't like. Using black, this one is Arteza. Arteza's a little bit more shinier, but it dries just as fast as chalk paint, which I absolutely love. And then once I painted everything black, I used some scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby, cut it out, used some Mod Podge, and I'm just putting it on the backs of these signs. How stinking cute. I'm running out of this. I actually think I'm out of this. I don't remember, but I know I don't have a lot. I need to go to stores. And I'm just using a vinyl decal. And these ones are my favorite. I found these not too long ago, and I love the leaves through the chicken and the cow. How cute. And once I put those on, I just glued everything back together. Made a cute little farmhouse decor piece. These, seriously, are my favorites right now. I always have favorites, and these are my favorites. This was so easy, and these just popped right in. I think the scrapbook paper was a tad bit larger, and I just pushed these back in. I didn't glue them together, nothing. Just pushed the little frame back in. Then I just used hot glue and glued the glue sticks to the bottom of these, and this is what they look like when they're all done. How cute. Really, how cute. This dresser that I'm using is not as cute, but I really would like to refinish this or use some Murphy's oil. I don't know what to do with it. I don't like it. I don't like saying the word hate because I tell my kids that hate is a bad word, just like the B word or the F word, the A word, the D word. Hate is a bad word in our house, and I do not let my kids say that, but I hate this dresser so much I want to paint it. Number 9 is these small rolling pins. Shyla from Hobknobin sent these over to me. She has a 5-star Etsy shop, and I will leave those links in the description box below. She also gave me a coupon code, so you get 10% off if you order from her shop. And I definitely recommend. I love her stuff. She sent them free to me just to test out, or actually use on an Instagram post, I think. And I'm like, I'm doing a YouTube video because how cute are these rolling pins? Just use Waverly Chalk paint in white and the Arteza Mars Black. Use my Silhouette and just printed off Farmhouse. I always say printed. I know it's cut out. I did Farmhouse, this little pig, and a cow. How cute are these? I love they say oink and moo. These were really simple. I wish I had like ribbon of like buffalo check or some of that sort to put like on the sides, but I absolutely love these. These are my favorites as well. I just love the black and white. I'm just really going for that all around. Number 10, Farmhouse Wood Bead Garland. Here we go. How easy. Arteza sent me these wood slices. You can always cut some up in your yard and drill a hole through them. It's completely up to you. I'd rather just buy them because they're already sealed and good to go, and I don't have to worry about bugs. And anyways, I painted them black and white, of course. Used some super cute farmhouse decals. Like I said, I love cows and chickens and pigs and roosters and goats, and I don't know what other kind of ducks. I have goats and I have ducks, and I finally found some goat decals on the Silhouette Studio, which I was so excited about. This DIY I made so much, but these wood beads also came from Hobknobin. This little goat decal, look how stinking cute it is. It reminds us of our goat Abby. She is a Nigerian pygmy mix, I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure. But the middle one looks just like her. It's so cute. And then we have another one that is a Nigerian dwarf. The other looks like him, except he doesn't have horns. Anyways, I'm sure you guys don't care, but garlands are easy to put together. You just use some twine and some beads, and I absolutely love the way these turned out. You can stick these in 3-tier trays. I did that. You can stick them anywhere around vases. There's just so many things that you can do with them, and I think that's why I love them so much, because they're so versatile. You can put them wherever you want. Number 11 is a chalkboard chicken. I recently did this too, and all I did was print or cut something out with my silhouette. I don't know if you guys get sick of me using it, but it's what I have right now, and I do not want to spend $60 on printer ink to do free printables when I have a ton of vinyl. So please bear with me. I try to find free printables as much as possible, but I just put this on a chalkboard sign from Dollar Tree. So this cost me $1. How awesome. Number 12 is this garage sale table. It was $5. It was gross. It smelled. It was dirty. It was disgusting, and it stayed in my garage all winter long for at least 7 months. It's probably since June or July. It's been sitting there, so I decided to redo it in, I think, May. And I thought sanding it would help. Sanding it did not help the top at all. My husband had to chisel it off. Using this Rust-Oleum chalk paint in linen white and Waverly moss, I just mixed them together and made a light green. This is not the color green I wanted, but this is what I ended up with, and I already mixed it, and it's just, I dealt with it, and I actually really love this piece. It's one of my favorites as well. Obviously, this is why I'm doing a video, because I wanted to show you guys my favorite pieces that I kept in my house that I truly, truly love, and I'm super proud of, like DIYing and crafting, whatever you guys want to call it. I always feel like saying DIY is really funny because it's just do-it-yourself. I'm doing a do-it-yourself. I found that hilarious for the longest time. I'm using the Waverly Wax and Antique and painting over the tops of everything. So painting over all of the surfaces, and then I'm just wiping it down with a rag. You can probably leave this on longer or probably not even paint it. I don't know why I painted the top. I thought it was just missing something, so I was like, hey, you know what, I'm just going to use this wax. Why not? You know, why not test out different things? I don't normally use it for what it's for. I usually just water it down, make a slight little stain, and paint something. I don't know what I do with it really. But this was kind of messy. It was kind of a pain, and you can see spots I messed up on just a little bit. But it was really hard getting around the crevices and the cracks, and I don't like using painter's tape because even when I do, I still mess up. So it's almost like a wasted step for me. Like I never get it on right. Like I never get it on straight. So when I paint, I just paint. It's just a mess. I prefer not to use painter's tape because the outcome is going to be the same. And I'm just using a sander just to distress the legs and the edges, and just to kind of make it all kind of blend together. Even some of the spots I messed up on, I just kind of wanted to sand them and whatever. Using the Rust-Oleum spray in, I think this is polyurethane. This kind of made it yellow just a tiny bit, and I did end up wiping it away because I was like, whoa. I always forget that the polyurethane kind of brings out the ugly woods in your paint no matter what you use. But this is how it looks. This is how it actually still looks, and I'm so happy with this. And actually, I moved it. It's in my living room right now. I don't really have a end table or a side table, so I used this, and I am so happy with this. I love it. And number 13 is a tin can 3-tier tray. This was a using trash to create treasure video, and I'm just using my Waverly chalk paint in white to paint the tin cans. This was such a fast, easy DIY to do. This took less than a couple hours because chalk paint dries really fast anyways. Not really on tin cans, I gotta say. It takes a little bit longer. But I painted 2 of them, used 3 different frames from Dollar Tree. It doesn't matter what frames, just 3 different sizes. You want a small one, you want a medium-sized one, and you want a big one. And if you don't have those, your 3-tier tray might look a little funny. I see some people always try to do 3-tier trays with like pizza pans and stuff. And I gotta say, those are really cute until you use the same size tray on the second and first and second tray or tier. I think it looks funny. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's not. And maybe it's not. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably me. Anyways, I just put on chapstick and I just, just looking at my video, seeing what's going on. Scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby. I like it. It looks like shiplap, super cute. And I'm actually going to Mod Podge the scrapbook paper onto the 2 tiers, so number 2 and number 3 tier. And then the first tier, I'm just going to leave that galvanized frame-ish type feel. I don't know. I took the clip off and then I left the rest because I thought it looked cool. And why not leave whatever looks cool? Don't change it. Don't change it up. I guess I feel like I dragged this video a little bit. I cut this down a lot from the original video, and I feel like this was probably a long, drawn-out video that nobody needed to see every single step. Painted the frames with the Waverly chalk paint, painted the tins with the Waverly chalk paint, took some glue on the tops and the bottoms of the tin cans, and just kept putting my little frames on. I love these. These are so cool. I actually really liked this. I liked how it turned out. I was really proud of this. And it was really cute in the end. I loved it. It was almost like a spring DIY video because I have like Easter bunnies and like some cute like spring decor out that I do not have out right now. But this is so cute. I love it. And like I said, it might have took a while for me to explain that and show everything, but I promise you, sometimes the steps are necessary. Number 14 is these terracotta pot candlesticks. These are also sent from Shyla from Hobknobin. And I'm just using the Waverly chalk paint and moss and painting the candlesticks. And then I am just going to repurpose or give these a little makeover. These terracotta pots, they are 2 for $1 at Dollar Tree. And I thought, you know what, I don't really like the gray anymore. I want to use this moss color because they're super cute. And then I just took my hot glue and glued the candlestick to the terracotta pot. I do have to say, if you use the Gorilla Glue glue sticks, everything holds way better than any glue stick I have ever used. And now I'm just using the Waverly chalk paint in white, and I am just dry brushing. If you guys don't know what dry brushing is, you just use a very little paint and lightly go over pieces that you want a little bit white, a little bit distressed, a little bit rustic, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Silhouette Studio, of course, and I just printed off these cute decals and then added some greenery in from Walmart. Not sure what this one is called, but it was from Walmart. 98 cents, 97 cents, I can't remember exactly because it's been a minute since I've actually walked and looked at the craft aisle at Walmart, but you know what I mean. You know it's the cheap under $1 greenery from Walmart. But I love how these turned out. I have one in my 3-tier tray, and then I have one in a different little wooden box. I don't know what you want to call it. But I love the way these turned out. They're so stinking cute, and I love how they fit the 3-tier tray. And number 15 is this Snuggle planter box. I'm using a Snuggle container. This was a using trash to create treasure DIY once again. And I'm just going to use the nautical rope from Dollar Tree. I think cannot remember how many this took. I know I had to rip other items apart to use it. I want to say you might need 4, maybe 5. I know that Dollar Tree is getting cheap these days, and they used to have like 9-foot nautical rope. Now they have like 7.5 foot. Just, you're a joke. It's a joke sometimes. But I'm just wrapping it all around. It's not that hard, super simple to do. Anybody can do this. You can use this on any kind of planter box or any kind of little plastic container. You don't just need a Snuggle container. You need any kind of planter box. And yeah, still wrapping. I don't know why I showed so much of this stuff. And this is all it took. The top, I ended up cutting this. Why did I save it? I'm not really sure. But it was in the way. So I had to cut this before I could add the rest of the rope. Had to add another layer of the rope on because the top was just ugly from the cutting. The plastic was uneven. It was a mess. Once that was finally done, I used a sign from Dollar General that I had, and I cut the cow right out of this frame and just glued it to the side. That's it for this video. I used greenery also to stick inside boxwood from Walmart. You guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed this top 10, or no, my gosh, not top 10, top 15 farmhouse compilation decor video. Why am I lost for words now? Because I talked for almost 25 minutes straight. That's probably why. But if you guys liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, I would love if you hit that subscribe button down below. And don't forget, I will leave all the original links to all these videos in the description box below. So you guys want to check out more in-depth tutorials. they will be down there for you. This is just a fast little skim through of 15 DIYs. You guys, till then, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!